Suspected Boko Haram fighters launched a deadly assault on a military forward operating base in Mata local government area of Borno State early Monday morning, killing 5 soldiers in a surprise attack. Military insiders disclosed that the terrorists tracked down, ambushing the troops with heavy gunfire in a coordinated raid that lasted close to an hour. The insurgents reportedly overran the base, catching the soldiers unprepared. The slain soldiers were said to be within the ranks of private and lance corporal. In a separate but possibly coordinated incident, an improvised explosive device IED, believed to have been planted by Boko Haram operatives, detonated along the Damboa-Maiduguri highway, killing 2 travelers. On the resurgence of insurgency in Nigeria, our resource person is a security expert, Chief Jackson Lekon Ojo, who is standing by on Zoom. Good evening, Chief.
It's my pleasure having you. Thank you.
All right, if I have your attention, for over a decade now, civilians in Nigeria have faced multiple security threats and risk of atrocities due to attacks. We have kidnappings, we have extortion by various non-state armed groups. And so looking at the security issues in fact, scrutinizing current security issues in Nigeria, you will agree with me that it is no longer just about Boko Haram in the north, for instance, or various secession agitations in other regions, but there is somehow something more to the security challenge in Nigeria. Or don't you agree so?
I agree. It's saddened. Honestly, it's devastating that this thing started about 10, 15 years ago. And with all the high and mighty our military and paramilitary and security people are, we have not been able to submerge these people. We have not been able to suppress these people. We have not been able to overrun these people. It is saddened. And a lot of things, this is calling for worries, honestly, because if common nuisance, some set of nuisance are waging war against the almighty Nigeria, and over 10, 15 years, we have not been able to surmount these people, then what are we talking about? God forbid any external invasion in this country.
Okay, so what exactly would you say are the main factors that are really contributing to the resurgence of insurgency in Nigeria?
There is nothing contributing to resurgence. If there's any leakage in your plumbing system at home, not until you are able to block all those leakages. It may take you a month to block all those leakages, but by the time you finish blocking all those leakages, definitely the leakages will stop. But if you stop some part of leakages and you are jubilating, before you know what is happening, you will be in your bedroom, you will want to enter your restroom, you will discover that is full of waters, just because you have not been able to block all the leakages, but you are celebrating. So that is the problem we are facing. When maybe 2,000 of these people, Boko Haram, came for attack, and at the end of the day, we were able to kill like 50, and the other people ran away. Did you run away? Did they run away to come back? Immediately they run away, we begin to celebrate. That way, we have chased them away. You have chased them away does not mean that you have neutralized them. Before you know, they will go back and gather momentum. They will go back and re-strategize, and they will come back. When they are coming back, they will take us by surprise. That is exactly what has been happening. We used to celebrate when it is not yet Uhuru. That is the problem we have been facing.
Chief Ojom, most worrisome is the attack on security personnel. Is that a case of incapability or a case of a mole planted among security personnel?
Said it on several forums. I've said it that these people, they know our military men, our military vehicles are marked, our men are on uniform. These people are not on uniform. Their own vehicles are not marked. There is no means of identifying them. But our own, we are known by our uniform, by the kind of rifle we parade, NA, Nigeria Army, written on it, our vehicles, our tanks, and everything are marked. That means those people can easily identify them, but we could not identify these people. I've said this several times.
Go undercover. Is that what you're suggesting?
No, I'm coming. I'm heading somewhere. I've said it. I said Nigeria government should plant some eavesdroppers among these Boko Haramists. Eavesdroppers, they will pretend to be working in support of the Boko Haram, whereas they will go and join the Boko Haram in order to gather intelligence and send the intelligence back to us. So the intelligence, those people will be there and say, this is where we are now. This is what we are planning now. All these, we call them eavesdroppers. How many of the eavesdroppers do we have in their midst? I think no way. But in their own, I think they have a lot in our midst that goes to tell them, oh, we are moving from social place to social place today, and we are taking off by 6 a.m. and by social time we'll be at social spot, and before you know what is that, these people will go and barricade and taking our people by surprise. It is not the lackadaisical attitude of our military. It is not their laziness. It is not that they are not prepared, but just because these people, their movement are being monitored by the sadistic Boko Haram people. That is the problem. They have their eavesdroppers as moles among our men in the military and paramilitary, but we do not have a mole within their rank and file over there. So they know everything about our movement. They know everything about our preparedness. We don't know anything about their movement. We don't know anything about their preparedness. That is why they can easily lay ambush waiting for our men, and they will neutralize our men. Simple as ABC.
Chief, we have seen this situation play out. I mean, this is not the first time. With how we have the military and how intelligent we feel they should be towards situations like this, spotting out the moles in their midst and the rest of it. Don't you think that these Boko Haram people are like 2 steps ahead of us in this case?
They are 10 steps ahead of us. They are not as well trained as we are. I don't think they have sophisticated weapons better than us. But the most important thing, Jackson Lake, or just speaking with you now, I'm in Port Harcourt, River State. If I have a mole in your station there, definitely any information that I need there, I will get it. But you don't even know where I live in River State. So if I want to attack, I can easily attack. But can you attack? You cannot attack because you don't even know anything about me. You don't even know where I stay. You don't even know me by height or anything. That is it. These people are not well trained. They don't bear sophisticated weapons better than our own. They don't have superior technological equipment better than our own. But the problem is that they know much about us through the implanted modes among us. That is the problem. If we are able to see anyone that belongs to the Nigerian army that must be sent to the war front, from the commander down to the private, their phone communication must be bugged. We must be able to monitor any one of them, from the GOC to the brigade commander around those areas, to the garrison commander, to the battalion commander, to the company commander, to the last private. Their phone numbers must be bugged. By the time they do this, you will discover that during communication with all these evil men, we'll be able to track down who is the person during this communication. Somebody among our men are selling our information to these people, and that is why they are behaving like if they are more superior, if they have superior firepower, superior military and paramilitary knowledge. No, they don't have. These are bastard illiterates. But our information, they get our information and analyze our information, and they lay ambush. They know when to come at night, to come and attack. They know when to come in the daytime, to come and attack. What effrontery do these people have to come to our military base, to come and attack our military base? What effrontery? Does that want our men are weak? Our men are not weak. But information has been sold out within the rank and file of our people. Some people are monetizing. They are doing it for pecuniary reason. They are doing it for necessary sympathy. Possibly it could be religious sympathy, it could be monetary sympathy, it could be ethnic sympathy or cultural sympathy. But for a particular reason, some of our men are sending our information out to these people. That is why these people are bragging. They are acting like they are better than us. They are not better than our men in any way.
Chief Ojo, away from this point you have raised, let's also look at something that is probably an issue here. Recently, there's been a lot of cries and agitations for state policing. And so I'm going to ask, will community involvement in security issues also help solve the problem of insurgency in Nigeria?
The kind of, let me take this matter, the case study now. The kind of war we are fighting now is like guerrilla warfare. These people, you cannot locate them to a particular, they don't have any permanent address. They don't even have any temporary address. They just come, attack, and disappear to the thin air. You won't hear anything about them again. And suddenly, they will just come and strike and go. That is to say, what they are doing is like what we call, I don't know, I've forgotten how I call it, insecurity. So they don't have permanent address. They just come and strike and go. In this case, little can state police do. Even if we have state policing now, little can these people do. What type of arms and ammunition? Are you telling me state policing, state police, if it's in existence now, are you telling me they will do better than our military? No. Are you telling me they will be more equipped than our federal police? No. Are you telling me that they will do better than the National Intelligence Agency? Are you telling me that they will do better than the DSS? No. They can't do better than these people. No matter how the state spend the money on them, the resources on them, they can't be better trained. They can't be better equipped than our military and paramilitary that are fighting this war now. So what we are facing now does not require any state policing at all. What we need is that the people around that area, if they see the Boko Haram people, they could identify them. We could employ these people as our informant that we naturally call eavesdroppers. These people can blend with them in language, in culture, in tradition, and any other means. They can blend with them for the purpose of extracting information from them, giving it to us. If we get information about them, about their movement, about their strategies and tactics, definitely we'll be able to overrun them too quick.
Chief Jackson, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, moving forward, I mean, we can go over the whole tactical angle of it, how best to, set him on. Moving forward, what do you think is going to be the fate of the security state in Nigeria? I mean, if this can actually happen to the military sector, how about the people that live in these interior places, people that live in remote areas, people that keep suffering from farmers headers clash like this, people that still have their communities attacked? What do you think is going to be their fate if the military can actually be ambushed in this particular situation?
For example, if somebody come to my house now and beat my children, and beat my wife, and beat me myself, do you think next time if you command my children and I command my children, who do you think my children will follow? My children will follow his own command, because my children know clearly that even if we follow our daddy's command now, this man is still going to beat us and beat our father. So for once, in order to avoid the beating, they will follow the man, because they know that the man can oppress them, suppress them, oppress their mother, suppress their mother, oppress their father, suppress their father. So what I'm saying is this: a time is coming. The people around that axis, they will be cooperating with their suppressors and oppressors. Because if our system can no longer defend them or rescue them, they say if you cannot beat them, you join them. That is the implication. A time is coming. Our people around that axis, for the safety of their life, for the safety of their livelihoods, the farming and every other trading that they could not do, that if they want to do, that our government cannot protect them. In order for them to be protected, to do their business, to live without them being killed like chicken, before you know, they will give their loyalty to those people, and it will be detrimental to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Immediately they submit their loyalty to those people. That is to say, those people will begin to govern that territory, and gradually it will be moving till it gets to down south. That is to say, our government has a lot of things to do. If our government must stop building road now, if our government must stop building infrastructure, and first of all, rescue our people, because if they are building infrastructures and our people are being killed, who are the people that will enjoy the infrastructure they are building? So our government has a lot to do now, and the time is now, not tomorrow.
Okay, the picture you were painting sounds like an attack to the sovereignty of the Federation. And so I'm going to take the conversation a bit further from what it has been. And that is talking about our relationship with neighboring countries and even on regional dynamics. Considering the geographical landscape of West Africa, how all of us are kind of, okay, looking at Nigeria, for instance, we have quite a number of countries bordering us. Do you think that the porosity of our borders is also an issue here?
Let me come like this. If you have neighbors surrounding your house, you have their buildings surrounding your house, that if anybody must visit you, they must pass through their houses, they must pass through their compound in an unfenced territory. They must pass through their backyard or their front house before they get to you. And you are not in good terms with those your neighbors. And your neighbors saw these people coming with arms and ammunition towards you. Will they raise alarm? No, they won't raise alarm. Are we in good terms with Niger Republic today? We share over 1,000 kilometer boundary with Niger Republic. Are we in good time with Burkina Faso today? Are we in good time with Mali today? Are we in good time with Libya today? Are we in good time with Central African Republic today? We are in good time with Ghana. We are in good time with Togo. Why are these people not coming through Ghana? Why are they not coming through Togo? Why are they coming through the territory where we are not in good time with? We don't have good diplomatic relationship with Mali. We don't have good diplomatic relationship with Burkina Faso. We don't have good diplomatic relationship with Niger, with Central African Republic. And these people are coming through the axis. And we are not thinking twice. These are our neighboring countries that we share common border. And we are not in good time with them. And our borders, when it comes to our territory, there is porosity in the border. What are our immigration doing? What are our custom men doing? What are our tax force doing? But the entry point is the most important. The entry point is through all those our neighboring countries that we are not in good time with. That is why I come. They say your neighbor that they must pass front of his house or back of his house to enter your own house. You are not in good time with them. So no matter who is coming to attack you, it's none of their business. And when they attack you, they are escaping. It's none of their business because you don't have any good relationship with them. That is the problem we are facing from that axis.
What non-military strategies do you think we can actually employ in order to combat the insurgency in Nigeria? Non-military strategies, actually.
Non-military strategy that we can easily employ is diplomatic strategy. Our diplomatic and symbiotic relationship with all these our bordering territories must be very cordial. You can't live in isolation with your neighbors. It is impossible. No matter how powerful you are, if you are among your neighbors, you must live in good time with them. You must not agree all the time, but you must realize that even when you are not around, your neighbors see your children movement. Your neighbors see those people that are visiting you. If you are in good time with them, they raise alarm. Before those people even get to you, they will tell you, we see people moving toward your house. Be careful. And in a case where your gate You don't even have a good gating system. That's entry system. And people can just move straight, uncontrollably, without any form of delay and detection. The only approach now, diplomatic approach. We must be very diplomatic. We must reconcile with our bordering states, our bordering countries. We must reconcile with them. You discover that 3 West African countries pull out of ECOWAS. Why the president of Nigeria is the chairman of ECOWAS? And you think those people are happy with us? They are not happy with us. Whatever that will go to our country, either good or bad, is not their business. They will take their face off it. We cannot afford to live in isolation in this part of the world. And the kind of problem we are facing today, I think we must be friendly to all, so that all will be friendly to us too.
All right, Chief. Let's even look at some of the other indices that we're yet to look at, one of which is the role of the social media. Some days you go on some social media platforms and you begin to watch videos of events that happened probably in 2015, 2014, 2013. We see these videos fly all over social media platforms as if they are current. Looking at some of these social media platforms seemingly spreading propaganda, are there things that can be done, measures that can be adopted to, to mitigate this? Because that is kind of teaching people how to be enrolled in insecurity, in some of these non-state actors who are engineering insurgency in Nigeria. That's what it's looking like social media platforms are all about. Are there things we can do to also help the situation?
What is our Ministry of Communication doing? If you are talking privately to somebody on phone, our Ministry of Communication could quickly track your line. But these people, when the insurgents, when they do one bad thing, they will be able to video it and send it. And our communication system with their own ministry cannot track them down. That is one. 2, this video you see, old video, they are for 2 reasons. One is to encourage some evil-minded person to be easily convinced and be recruited. 2 is to create fear into the heart of many Nigerians. That is as simple as ABC. Because when people see this, people now believe, oh, these people are winning this war. These people are always victorious. Is it not better we join them? Even those people that are within that axis that are suffering, when they watch that video, they will talk to themselves. And if these people are winning this war every day, why can't we submit ourselves to them so that we can be free? They could submit themselves to them. Some of them will be for the purpose of gathering intelligence against our people. For them, they continue to be victorious. Those people, we might call them illiterate, possibly they are from well-learned persons. Because if they are purely illiterate, they may not be able to do all this videoing, sending on YouTube, sending on TikTok, sending on X and others. There are a lot of intellectuals too that are backing them up. That is it.
Chief Ojo, between 2015 and 2016, we had an improved success. In fact, adjudged to have been the best so far in the fight against the insurgency in Nigeria. And this begs the question, really, what did the government do at this point that actually stepped down the activities of terrorists and dealt with insecurity at the time, so that we can learn lessons from there and see if we can improve on our security situation today?
Okay. Is there any approved data analysis of their day-to-day activities in intelligence, in the real battle, in detection of these people? Is there any analysis? Is there any data analysis? Is there any data that can be analyzed to really know where we are doing well and where we began to go down? Is there any data like that by the Ministry of Information, by the Ministry of Internal Affairs? Is there any data like that? Can somebody just come up now to say that particular month, this thing was 30% victory. The next month, 50% victory. 3 months later, we dropped to 20% victory. If there are data like that, then we can analyze. And after the analysis, we can start troubleshooting to say, okay, why did it jump from 30 to 50, from 50 to 60, and why suddenly from 60 to 20? We don't do recording. We don't do proper recording, no proper data analysis, nothing. We just do things like fools. I'm sorry to use that language. Go to any part of the world, they will know the performance. There must be performance graph. Oh, we got to 60% height, we got to 70% height. So if suddenly the thing drop to 30%, they will cause people to begin to analyze. Why did we drop from 70 back to 30? What happened? The question is, what happened? And at the end of the day, they will now discover that, look at what happened.
Transferring chiefs who were in charge of whatever troops that recorded any kind of small success. Probably that's the case, because one cannot help but wonder why we are yet to nip in the bud the issue of insurgency in Nigeria. But for want of time, we will let you go. This conversation is always ongoing. Chief Jackson Leko Ojo, security expert, was a guest on this segment. Thank you for coming, sir.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me. Have a wonderful evening.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.